Alrighty, so I know it's been a while since we've done a fucking video. Crap, I cussed in the first few minutes. We're bleeping that out. But what this is I know I haven't done anything Apex on the channel, but I'm going to do that soon when I get comfortable streaming again, because it's been a bit, and I've moved my computer into my room, so we haven't done much since it's been in here. And yes, I know the music cut out because YouTube lo-fi thing is weird, but yes. But today, I thought it would be nice to do personal ranking of the Apex Legends and the weapons. Yes, I know this shows like hop up modifiers and stuff. Some of these I've actually never used on the gun because I like the base gun more. So yes, I'm also probably gonna have to edit this one. But yes, let's start with the Legends. I'm going to do my mains first. The ones I specifically like first. So, Bloodhound. I'd say easily A tier. Just simply because they are like, it's just helpful to have if you know what you're doing. I'm ranking these by on one, from experience of playing the character, and two, of how I've seen other people play the character, or just bad teammates. So bad experiences, there has been a few, but there's been some good people who know how to play these that I ran into solo queuing in Apex. And Bloodhound, main of mine. Great for intel, usually always scanning. It's just great. The ult, it's not heavily used, and it's not like a big game changer fully, and it's not fully broken. It's heavily balanced, and Bloodhound is like, I just like the ability that you can track people and scan and know where some people are here and there. But there are times like you'll be scanning and someone will be right in front of you and it just not pick up. Caustic, he was good. He was very good until they nerfed his gas. He's still decent if you can deal with that, but his gas used to be very strong. And I still find myself doing, well, Caustic's ability does do a lot of damage, like over time, so you rack up damage, but I still find myself doing extremely good with Caustic. But most Caustic players I've seen don't even set up traps sometimes, or like they'll just place them in random spots, which I guess is like, oh, if someone comes through here, they'll get hit and just free damage. But it is a defense character, so if you're always on the move, it's kind of hard to do that. Octane, I definitely put at A. He's such a high pick rate. The fact that his passive, he automatically heals, is just fucking. But it's a little slow, and it only happens when you're not in fights. The jump pad, you get it really fast, and it's only good if you do like the meta Revenant and Octane build, the Shadow Temple Death Totem, whatever you want to call it, jump pad thing. Because it's a strat me and my friends did in ranked, and we all were gold. Literally, Bloodhound, Octane, and Rev. Scans, mobility, and basically a free life, which is really fucking good. And yes, I know it just kind of went more into a Revenant. But Octane is good, he has such a high pick rate. But there are some very cocky players who play Octane. They just think they do so much better if they play Octane, like, no. But since I already went into a rant with Rev, I'm going to go into a Rev thing. Honestly, the Rev players I've seen are doing really good. They do really good, but sometimes they put their totem in a bad spot, or, well, I've played it and I put my totem in a bad spot, and it kind of sucks. But he seems really fucking helpful. I've been snuck up on by revenants all the fucking time. Like the other day I was playing, season 10 has already dropped, so the new map and everything. Well, not new, it's just changed in the city. And towards the, I was sitting on the edge of the lava, hiding behind a building because I was getting sprayed at by like 3 people. The guy jumped off the building, grabbed the wall, and climbed up behind me, and killed me and finished me. Like, that's a good ass fucking play. Which is actually pretty fucking surprising, like how sweaty some people can be. Now, silence, it does a lot. The fact that it slows people, because I've played Octane and got silenced and just got fucked, because his whole ability is just based on a movement. Who's next? I've already done my mains except for Revenant. Revenant's not really my main. Oh, Watson. I'd have to say she's a deer. She's a D. I've never played her, but they nerfed her ability because I remember when her ult actually charged your shields really fucking fast. It was great. And she does do a good thing with her fences, but the fences, when also, it's just hard to see through the fences, and that's just personal from experience, which is helpful, and it's an advantage and disadvantage. If you have good eyesight, you have good eyesight. You can see through the fence. But I don't like how it turns off when you walk through it. Like, walk near it. And most people see the fence and like, oh, Watson fence, I'm going to take damage from this. Let me shoot it out. Alright, let's do Lifeline. I'd have to say Lifeline is on that level of Watson, because I've seen many players who just don't revive when she gets a special ability to revive and be able to do other things at the same time. I've done some plays before they took away her revive shield when you revive people, but now it's new what they did with her. I don't remember when they took the shield because I don't play Lifeline whatsoever. But from what I've seen, a lot of people are toxic with her, don't revive, and if they drop the care package, they don't. If they do at all, they don't, like, they take the shit for themselves. And it's just kind of stupid. She's not the best, but she's helpful in some situations. Because I've seen some clutch situations be pulled up. Mirage. I'd put him at a C. I definitely would put him at a C. Because his ability is not really a game breaker, but it can be confusing as hell. I have run into a Mirage, he pops fucking ult, and done some stupid shit with his bamboozles. And I'm going to tell you, boys, you've been fucking bamboozled 1,000 times by Mirage. Because I'm just fucking dumb. But I've been bamboozled by a Mirage so many times. And that's just going off his ability. I don't even know what his passive is. And I know what his, like, he simply is just a magician. But it's just, like, surprising. Like, there's some people who are bad at Mirage. Because Mirage has a special ability. When he revives, he turns invisible along with the person being revived. Until the revive was done. So you could pull off stealth revives. But I've seen Mirages just not do that. Because Mirage, for such a flashy character with his bamboozles, literally, he has a stealth ability. Which is fucking cool as shit. I'm just gonna... I'm sorry. Horizon. I don't like Horizon whatsoever. Like, oh cool, you get a you get a black hole as an ultimate that literally sucks you into one small spot, and you're just can't do shit. You just literally can't do shit about it when you get sucked into that thing, and then you just sprayed. That's a really good one. But this is just from personal experience. From me playing Horizon, I do not like Horizon. her ability to allow you to levitate into the air like you and your teammates. I don't understand how some people can actually hit your shots while levitating like that. And that sounds like just me being a bad player, but I've tried it. It's really fucking hard. And I give props to the people who can actually do that. Especially laser somebody without having to use cheats. Gibby. Gib. I'd put him here in E as well from personal experience. He feels, I understand that's his character. He's a big character, but he feels way too clunky. Like he feels like there's no movement whatsoever. And he gets a face shield when he's shooting, or I don't know what that is. Like when he aims down sights for a long time, a shield pops up, but it feels like the shield does nothing. He even gets I think it's a 10% damage reduction to him because he's such a big character. Same for Caustic, because they're big beefy boys. But Caustic actually feels like he does something. Sure, the dome is pretty interesting and annoying to deal with, because I've had teammates drop a dome on me while I'm lasering somebody and all my shots just hit the dome instead. But I do like the fact that he revives faster in the dome. I'd put Wraith probably in the B, because she does have a movement ability where she can't get shot at, but she can be easily tracked even without having to be Bloodhound or Crypto. Like, she could be easily tracked and actually sometimes get fucked by it. But the ability to know when someone's looking at you when you're not paying attention, the audible warning, they're looking at you, is just fucking great. And I'm surprised no one takes advantage of that. And I fucking love it. And that's why I'm probably putting her in B. S tier, I feel like, would be like a broken. I haven't put anything in S tier because S tier feels like the character is so broken that you cannot win a fight against them. And I know I have this broken, I hate them. By broken, I mean they're just absolutely useless. And speaking of that, Valkyrie. Valkyrie, I absolutely hate with a passion. Not that her abilities aren't cool and all that they're helpful. It's just Valkyrie. So many people I played her will run away from the squad. Even like worse than Octanes. Octane mains. I know Octane mains will just dip away from the squad and they get mad at you for not following and because they died. Valkyries do this exact same thing. A lot of times when they shoot their little missile barrage to stun you, it's either 90% of the time they fucking miss it. Like literally, the guy could be 2 feet in front of you, and they shoot their missile barrage. They'll be shooting 90 feet across. Like what? And then her ult's kind of useful. I've used it. Like I haven't played her, but I've used the ult because it's a team ult, and it's helped us get out of bad situations of like, oh, we're across the map and we have to move to circle, but we can't get there fast enough on foot because the circle's outrunning us, which is a really good thing. But I hate Valkyrie just with the passion. I'd say Rampart is also like C ranked, like mediocre but useful, because it also depends on the player who's playing her. Because I've had people be absolutely dog shit with Rampart because they'll like spam place their amp turrets, or they'll camp. Which, yes, I know that's kind of her ability. She has a minigun and amp shields that amplify your damage when you shoot through them on one end, and the other end block it, which is fucking great. I love it. I love the amp shield. And it's helpful sometimes, but I'm the more aggressive player. I don't like sitting back and hiding behind a shield. Only if I'm healing. So I'd say she's a little bit more mediocre than the rest. All right. Let's do Fuse. Yeah, Fuse would probably go there with Horizon and Gibby, because Fuse, the Knuckle Cluster is really, it's kind of mediocre. It does nothing. Kind of does nothing. Unless you're like extremely low health. And the fact that it's done, I think it's stuns you. Is alright. But it's kind of just mediocre to me. Like, not mediocre as in Mirage and Rampart. But like just shit. I say mediocre way too much. But like his what is his ult called? I don't even know. Oh, the Ring of Fire, the bombardment, whatever thing he does. It's just, it does nothing. It just feels like it does nothing, since it just puts a ring of fire on things, but it doesn't do anything to the center. Like, sure, it traps them, but you can't see through the fire, so you can barely shred through them unless you have like Bloodhound or someone to scan. And speaking of bombardment, I'm gonna go back to Gibby. Yo is fucking annoying and I love it. That's the only reason. Hell, I'm I'm moving him to D tier just because his ult. His ult is great. If a Gibby pops his ult in a good spot, and it will down an entire team. I don't care who you are. I've seen some amazing Gibby plays. Gibby gets moved to D. Loba. Yeah, she's definitely your E tier. Because Loba, it literally says right there, she's a support character. I'm not dishing on support characters. I love support characters. But the fact that all she does is she has the teleportation ring thingy that she can throw and teleport with. And then she has the ability to see things of purple rarity or higher through walls and in loot boxes. But a lot of Loba mains literally only loot for themselves. They don't even let their teammates get up to the black market and grab the tooth items they need. They'll break it before they get there. Like, they'll place it. If you don't get to it in time, you're shit out of luck, bud. Because it's really helpful for especially in-game looting if you need to grab heals, death boxes everywhere, or there's a bunch of unlooted areas that you can't get to and you're kind of pinned down. Black market, helpful. But other than that, a lot of Loba mains I've ran into are just garbage. And I'm not saying I'm the best player in the damn game. Hell no, I've been shredded down. I am probably like one of the least people. Y'all shouldn't probably even be watching this. Because this is just my personal opinion on shit. Ripto, I'd put him in D tier. Only because his drone feels like it doesn't do enough for a scanning drone. Sure, it gets a nice little EMP as an ult that gets rid of 50 shield and stuns. Well, staggers people. But when you leave out the drone, it's supposed to keep scanning people as they run by the drone. Well, I've had the drone sit there right there and stare at a whole squad and it not scan them. Like multiple times. And I'd be in range too. I'd be in like not even 15 feet away from them. I'd just be in the air and it doesn't scan them. But it will scan the damn door that's open. So I don't understand it. It's kind of just, eh. I mean, he's okay. I will give him the fact that the drone can pick up the respawn banner and go respawn people. Fucking phenomenal, and I love it. Oh, Bangalore. I'll put her in E. I don't really like Bangalore. Sure, the smoke grenade's nice and easy for stealth revive. Not stealth, it gives away your position, but you can't see in that shit. And that's the problem. You can't see in this shit. I know it's a smoke grenade, but like, the only way because I know some people can just laser through the smoke and just hit all headshots or some shit, or just hit. But when I'm sitting there in the smoke, I can't see shit unless I'm fucking Bloodhound. And even then with the scan only lasts like 3 seconds. The bombardment, well, it's not a bombardment, it's a carpet bomb. It's fucking, it's good. It is good when it goes off. But it takes a while for it to go off because it will land and might do like a damage or two or shake up your screen and mess you up. But it takes forever to go off, which is kind of weird. That it takes forever to go off and explode and stagger and do the damage that it says it's gonna do. But I do like her passive where if she's getting shot at, she runs faster. So she does have a little bit of mobility, but I still think she's E tier. Seer? He's overpowered. That. Okay, not overpowered, but overpowered. If you get that, because overpowered is in ability wise, yes, very powerful. The player behind the character, no, because sure, the season just came out. He's a little overplayed, but the ability to, okay, his passive, when aiming down sights, he can see the heart. Oh, not see. He can tell the heartbeat of an enemy. Because a little circle will pull up, a little thin circle will pop up around your crosshair for the center of your screen if you don't have a gun. Because you can do this without a gun. If it's lighting up yellowish orange, that means someone's in your sight. Like, dead center right there. But then if it's like heavily pointing to a certain area around the circle, that means someone is in that direction. But it doesn't light them up on your screen, it just shows the directional shift. And then his version of a scan, which is a weird thing. I don't even understand how it works. But you shoot it out in a forward direction in front of you, and you can tell if you're going to hit something because the thing says orange. Because your screen will light up, the little circle will light up orange, and then when it hits, it does about 10 points of damage to you. Lights you up of your exact location as if it was a crypto or bloodhound scan. But plus to it is it shows your health bar to the person who got scanned, like to the person who's scanning in their team. It shows their health bar and shields. So literally, if you have no shields, they will know and just shred you down instead of the classic, oh, I just cracked his shields. There's time to heal up. But usually when you get hit by that, you get rushed. And the ult, massive area of it's just a massive cover area that does typically the same thing, but it doesn't show your health. It just shows you where you are if you're moving fast or shooting. So if you're in that area, you're most likely in a gunfight. But by then, there's 3v3, and your team could be easily flanked by the Seer's team. And it's just kind of annoying. And also, it's a big-ass dome. It's bigger than Gibby's dome. So, you can notice it. Because literally, on my channel, I will put it up there for you. I will take it off listed so you can only get it through. Like, I will put it up there for you. To see what I did when a Seer ult did that. I fucking sniped somebody for 70 damage and stole their kill. Because I noticed the fucking Seer ult in the distance and saw the muzzle flash of guns. It's fucking amazing. So he is a little overpowered if you know what the fuck you're doing. Anybody can be overpowered if you know what you're doing. Pathfinder mains. Toxic pieces of shit, but I'm putting them in B. I'm putting them in B because if you can learn how to control that grapple, you are the most mobile character and you can be almost faster than Octane. Not faster, but more maneuverable than Octane. And pull off some stupid, crazy plays, and especially if you know what you're doing. It's just kind of fucking broken. The zipline part, like the zipline ult, it's not very useful. I mean, it can be, but it's not. And most Pathfinders only put it in places that they can get up, because if they fall off, they can just grapple right back up. But otherwise, Pathfinder, if you can learn to understand and control that grapple and understand how it works, you could be fucking a deadly force.